Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. It is April 1st. It is a brand new month. Okay, we are starting out fresh, brand new. Okay, releasing any old energy. And what better way to start the brand new month on a full moon? Okay, so, when it comes to releasing and letting go and, stepping into the energy of being able to step into your purpose or step into this new beginning, whatever that it is that you're manifesting that is significant, could be confirmation. But when it comes to matters of the heart, this could be what you're feeling, what you're thinking emotionally, okay, what you've maybe dealt with or what you're trying to release. But let's jump into it. I did try to do the video before, okay, and there were some technical difficulties. So we're going to try this again. All right, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. All right. I hope you guys are mentally, physically, and emotionally doing well, right? Even if you have your good days and bad days, that's okay. Just know that you're still here. You're still breathing. You're alive. And that's all that matters. There could be things that are worse than what it is right now. And so there's something about being grateful and, having gratitude for, the little things that you have in life, despite what's going on, currently, right? So even though when it comes to dealing with certain dynamics as well, it's like still standing up for what you believe in, but also still being grateful for, the simple things in life. So this is about nature, seeing the sunrise, the moon is significant, the sun, things like that, right? So let's see what you guys could be feeling at this time. Okay, it is April 1st. It is Wednesday. Right now, the time for me in Canada is 8:50 a.m. So yeah, I kind of mentioned this in my intro, so this could be significant. There's something about challenging times. Now, some of you could have dealt with some, challenging times, currently within the next, last few months, okay, last few weeks, things like that, right? Even if this is currently, there's something about, even though you are going through challenges, or even if you were dealing with certain challenges or having a challenging moment or time, there is change within that. You're still showing up with strength. It's like looking at this card and seeing that he has his armor on. And, it's almost like having that armor on and almost basically preparing for war, if you guys get what I'm saying. So even that too, being prepared to deal with challenging times, but having faith and, praying and hoping that the situation will get better, but knowing that there is, that opportunity for things to change, even if unfortunately things do not play out the way it's supposed to. There is something about change, okay? Even when it comes to your personal life, okay, you taking leadership in your personal life, whether this is in a community, a group of people, whatever that energy is, you guys are dealing with a situation at this time that is very heavy for some of you. And it's almost like still being able to maneuver and work through that energy. And also learning to have detachment. It's not that you don't care, you do care, but learning to have detachment and learning to unplug sometimes when it comes to what you're dealing with or what is happening around you or what's happening in general. So take what resonates with that, but there is something about change that is showing up in the energy, right? Even when it comes to dealing with challenging times, that there is change, right? So we have Love Abounds. This card did show up, okay, in the message that I was trying to do before. So this is also double confirmation and clarity. So there is something about love when it comes to new beginnings. Okay, starting something new. Independence is also significant. But this also talks about archetypes, right? So with the number 5, archetypes talks about, transforming, right? Being a traveler, being able to explore, feeling liberated, right? During, certain dynamics or certain situations, right? And also having freedom through your transformation and having movement and flow is significant. With the number 1, that archetype talks about being an initiator, a self-starter, someone who manifests, okay, being able to be a pioneer, right? So even when it comes to like you trailblazing and being able to start fresh, that is you having confidence when it comes to you focusing on what matters, right? So take what resonates with that energy. We have balance with the number 14. So when it comes to a foundation shift, this could be foundations within yourself, within a home, within an environment, a place, a group, a collective. Okay, there's something about that, and also having freedom within your structure. So say you were in situations where you felt like you were constrained, right? Like you felt like things felt very tight. Okay, things felt very, forced, right? When it comes to maybe your freedom, or when it comes to how you look at your stability and how you adapt to that, that is significant. You guys are redefining what stability means for you. And this is about you being a bridge builder, right? Being able to build something from the ground up, or being able to just build in general when it comes to you finding balance within yourself. Now, for some of you, this is about balancing your masculine and feminine energy, right? So this could be about within you. Now, for some of you, if this is not just within yourself, this is also about people around you, like partnerships. It's like you pick and choose who it is that you want to build a bond and relationship with. And that could be very triggering for people who do not have boundaries. Some of you may have had to learn to have boundaries, but also have balance, right? And also the energy of loving people from afar could also be significant too with the number 14. April 14th could be very significant for somebody as well. So we have well-deserved reward, okay, with the number 9. So there's something about you receiving some type of reward. Also with the number 9, this is about completion. So this is about either with the archetypes being a humanitarian, a light worker, a healer, an empath, okay, somebody who is a psychic, a seer, things of that matter. There's something about you receiving some type of reward because of you guys being able to push through and accomplish through this, challenging time, or throughout the chaos, or throughout, the adversities that are happening, right? So simply love with the number 6, this also showed up as well. There's something about 6s that are very significant, and I mentioned this in the other video that unfortunately didn't get posted. That's why I'm redoing this one, right? So when I had did the first reading, I had mentioned something about, you know, even if you're not a masculine, because energy is gender neutral. Doesn't matter if you're feminine, you can have, masculine traits as well and energy. And doesn't matter if you're masculine, you could also have soft feminine traits as well too, right? So it doesn't really matter. It's just about learning how to integrate the both of them. But I had mentioned that there's something about this energy where some of you could have been in situations where you as a child had to learn how to grow up really quickly. So you had to learn to be an adult before being an adult. And there's something about even with knowledge, right? You have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of wisdom, okay? You know a lot of things, right? Growing up, you knew a lot of things, you taught yourself a lot of things. And so it's almost like even as a child, you may feel like you had to parent people who are older than you, or be responsible for people who are older than you while you were still trying to figure out how to be a kid and, love and find, the opportunity to be open, be your unique self. But maybe some of you were not able to do that because of your environments or the people that you've been around with. Even if you were able to still be your authentic self, it's almost like other adults being judgmental of you. So this could be like a generation thing. It doesn't even matter how old you are either. It's like you could still be somebody in your late 40s and 50s and have parents that are like, in their late 70s, 80s, and 90s maybe, who still are judgmental about your past and who you were. And you may not be that person anymore. Even when it comes to healing your inner child, that is significant. It's like being proud of yourself, your inner child looking at your older self and being proud. So family could be very significant, and also how you share your love. Okay, yeah, heart chakra energy, right? So when it comes to heart chakra energy, how you share your love, There's something about, even though you guys are dealing with challenging moments or times, even if you've dealt with that in the past or you guys are going through it, you know, whatever that energy may be, there is something about, with the number 4, there's something about stability. You have stable love. Okay, like I don't know, you know, who needs to hear that. Maybe you're aware of this. Okay, for some of you, this could be confirmation. But if you're somebody who questions your love, okay, or question how your heart is, don't question that, because a lot of times people will make you feel like it's you. That's usually the problem. And 9 times out of 10, it's maybe not you guys. You know what I mean? Like, and when I say maybe, it's like you guys are aware of your emotions. You guys are aware of how you show up in other people's lives. And it's like you wish other people, for example, would show up the same way that you love. And so even when it comes to challenging times, it's like you're still open to share your heart or share your love when it comes to dealing with other people. But like I said, you may be learning to change how you share your love or how you show up. So boundaries could also be very significant. Like with this guy having the shield and being protected, you know, that could be something that resonates for some of you guys. You guys could be protecting your heart or protecting your emotions when it comes to certain people. So this could also look like having discernment, right? But we also have daydreams and decisions when it comes to your intuition. This is about you following your inner knowing, trusting in divine timing, and also awakening your spiritual gifts. All right. So yeah, some of you guys, when it comes to balance, you guys are finding balance, right? Finding balance in partnerships, finding balance within yourself. Okay, with the number 2, this is about having higher partnership with the divine. There's something about you having balance, or you guys could have found balance when it comes to your decisions and daydreams. Now, daydreams could be about your daydreams coming to life. So if you guys were working on a project or working on something that was like a side hustle or a hobby or something, there's something about that growing into something bigger. Now, it may not resonate for everybody because not everybody wants to be out there, but for those that are putting themselves out there, there's something about being recognized for what it is that you do, or getting some type of recognition, but also finding balance in your decisions. It's like knowing that it's okay to make the decisions that you're making based on how you feel. If other people don't understand that, then, you know, that's on them, because you guys are coming to that point in your life where you were the understanding person. You were the one that gives your energy, your heart, your soul, whatever it is, to other people. And you may come to the conclusion that you are learning to find balance within yourself, putting your energy into yourself. Whether this is, you know, once you leave work, you go straight home, you rest. Okay, maybe you play video games, you do things that you like to do. And not a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people just, you know, go home, you know, yeah, you take care of your kids, but what else do you do, right? And even if you don't have, you know, a nanny or someone that you can find to help you take care of the kids, what is there, you know, that you can do with your kids, right? Or what can you do to find time while your kids are sleeping that you have that alone time? You know, like I don't have kids, so I'm not judging, right? But I'm just sharing, like, you know, ideas and things like that where you have downtime, where instead of like scrolling on TikTok all the time, right? Not to say that you can't go on social media, you can, okay? Like, you know, no one's stopping you, but the time that you spend on social media, or the time that you spend online, if you have a business, right? It's like learning to have balance, when to take time for yourself, whether this is going to the spa, reading, okay, gardening, right? Traveling. So things like that, right? Finding balance in the things that you do is very significant. So, you know, say you do have, you know, your family, and say you put a lot of devotion, time, and dedication into your family, there's something about learning to put that same time and dedication into yourself. Okay, yeah. So learning to just breathe. 4 with the number when it comes to like stability. Okay, so finding balance when it comes to stability could be very significant. Just breathing through the situation, okay, could be very significant. Doing breath work as well, okay. We have success and growth with the number 8. So some of you guys are stepping into your own power and independence, okay. While you do that, you guys are also taking the lead with the number 3. right? So this is about your creativity, how you express yourself, and you finding joy in that. Okay, strengthening bonds with other people could also be very significant too. Even when it comes to this card too, I feel like there's something about your energy that like breathes breath into somebody, it's like to somebody else. So it's like maybe when you speak, the things that you speak, it reaches people on a very deep level, right? Some of you guys maybe have like very deep thinking. And also this card showed up too in my other video as well, being observant. So it's like you guys are looking at, when it comes to power and success, maybe you guys are observing how maybe other people use their power and success and how they also abuse that. That could be significant too when it comes to authority. And for some of you, when it comes to that, it's like you guys are moving forward and choosing your own, success, right? Your own success and growth when it comes to you observing. So there's also something about being silent. Some of you guys are not speaking on certain matters anymore. That could be very significant. Maybe where you guys would over explain yourself and try to get people to understand your side of a situation. It's almost like you guys stopped doing that. And now you guys are allowing other people to see things for what it is. And it's almost like allowing people to get their version of a situation. So if they never believed you when it came to, you trying to find balance, or, you trying to find ways to have success and growth in that situation, if they never believed you or believed in you, or they never really believed in what it is that you were creating, there's something about you not speaking on anything anymore. You're just observing. You're just watching how people's energies are now. And it's almost like you being quiet is allowing people to expose who they really are to you. Okay? So take what resonates with that, right? Let's see what else shows up. Yeah, so control. Okay, we also, and with the number 8 as well, there's something about control. Now, you have the power to control your thoughts for some of you. And also when it comes to like this helmet, there's something about protection when it comes to the crown. Your crown is protected, right? So there's something about, your thoughts being protected. And even when it comes to your thoughts and people being able to try to think that they can read your thoughts and your energy, they cannot. You can read other people, but other people cannot read you. Okay? And that is why you guys are observant at this time, because you know when people are trying to control your energy, or when people are trying to control a scenario, So you guys are observing when it comes to control, when it comes to power, right? Not like you're not saying certain things. Maybe you may speak up here and there, but you are learning that the type of discernment when it comes to just staying quiet, not saying anything, and controlling your thoughts and focusing on, like I said, things that matter to you and what brings you growth. Yeah, nurture. Something about you focusing on nurturing whatever it is that you guys are creating, and being able to nurture that, whether this is yourself, going in nature, or just being able to focus on those things that actually have passion, or bring light to you, right? It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. As long as you're happy doing it, that's all that matters. It's like, yeah, you want to make sure you get paid. You want to make sure that you have money flowing in and things like that, because we have to survive. But not finding something to do, on your spare time, it can get boring, especially life can get mundane. So having to do routines over and over again is significant, and finding the joys and finding the light in that, right? Despite what's happening, just learning to find some type of joy, or something that brings you joy, because you may feel like every time you do something, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But learning to control your thoughts and learning to change the way that you think also is significant when it comes to you manifesting. All right, guys, so sharing the love is significant, and also reaching out could resonate for some of you. There's something about you sharing the love and also reaching out to other people. This could be other people that, from different walks of life, or this could be you reaching out when it comes to your heart, sharing your heart, and having people reaching out to you. Okay. Also, when it comes to refusing to see, some of you guys could be refusing to see, you know, your skills, your talents, okay, even dreams and things like that, or the path that you're on. That could be very significant too. Even when it comes to partnerships, that could be significant. It's like maybe people are refusing to see what you see, and that could be significant as well. And also awaiting results. Okay, so again, third eye chakra is significant, and then we also have spreading your wings. So there's something about maybe you refusing to see that you should spread your wings. It's okay for you to spread your wings, but obviously, you know, have a backup plan, right? So anyway, take what resonates with that, guys. I am going to end it here. So again, thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. And if you guys want to check out my website, it's www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. All right, guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.